Hello and welcome back to another video. This is an experiment. I hope it works. I hope you find some benefit from it. But the idea for this video is that you are just listening. That this video will work on your listening comprehension. I took some pictures on my walk today and I will describe them, and hopefully that will help you with your listening comprehension. As always, my equipment isn't the best, but I hope that you can at least hear what I'm saying pretty clearly. So this first picture is of the woods by my house, and where I am from, we say woods. We don't say forest, but in some parts of the United States, you will hear this called the forest, but not where I live. We call it the woods. Through most of the winter, this is covered in snow, so I can't walk through it. But lately, the snow has cleared, and it is dry enough for me to walk through. In a little while, you'll see the school that my kids used to go to, their elementary school. They went there for kindergarten through 6th grade, and I used to walk down this path to pick them up from school. One day when I was walking to get them, I saw 2 deer in the woods. And deer, that is a crazy animal, because to say one deer, we say one deer. To say 2 deer, we say 2 deer. This next picture is of a store in the neighborhood. And as you can see, it is called Roy's Bicycle Shop. And this little shop has been in the neighborhood ever since I was a kid. The couple who owns it is old now, and they closed temporarily because of the coronavirus. So hopefully they will be able to open back up soon, but they might retire because they are so old. I am not sure. This next picture is of a gas station sign. The gas station's name is Irving. And you can see that there is a pizza shop all the way at the bottom called Amato's, and a place where you can get coffee. Gas is $1.93 a gallon. Before the coronavirus, gas was about $3 a gallon. And some say that it will drop even more. The green street sign also tells us that the state capital, Augusta, is 28 miles away, and another smaller town, Sabattus, is 4 miles away. This is the hospital not too far from my house. It is called St. Mary's, and I don't think they are actually too busy today. It doesn't seem like there are any cars in front of the front entrance. My area has been lucky so far. We haven't had many cases of COVID-19. But if we did, patients would either come here to St. Mary's or another hospital across town called CMMC, which stands for Central Maine Medical Center. This next picture is of the local ice cream stand. It is called Dairy Joy. And if you look in the windows, you can see a big red stop sign, and it says no walk-ups, which means you can't go up to the window and order your ice cream like you normally do. It seems that they will come to your car to deliver the ice cream. That must be new because of the coronavirus, because I've never seen it before. My family and I have eaten way too many ice creams there to count. I took this next photo because of what is in the window. There is a Trump 2020 flag. Whoever lives here must be a big Trump supporter. I took this next photo to show you some typical apartment buildings and a typical American house. But also notice on the side of the road, it's all dirty. There's a lot of dirt on the sidewalk and the side of the road. That's because in the winter, we get a lot of snow, and there will be trucks that drop lots of sand and salt. And in the spring, that all gets picked up by something called a street sweeper. The street sweeper hasn't come by yet to pick up all that dirt. This is the back of the school that my children went to a couple years ago when they were younger. And you can see there's a slide there, and they have a climbing wall, and there's a seesaw. And I don't know what you would call that jumpy thing, bridge thing. I don't know if we have a word for it in English, but all of that could be called playground equipment. And the place where they play is the playground. But unfortunately, the fence is closed, and there is yellow caution tape with a sign that says playground temporarily closed. So I've used that word twice, temporarily. It means not lasting forever. And that is the sign at the front of the school called Farwell Elementary School. And you can see that is 4:23 p.m. in the afternoon, and it is 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Some of the bulbs in the sign have burnt out, but that is supposed to say, "We miss you, students and families." And there's that word again, temporarily. School is temporarily closed. And this is a wider shot of Farwell Elementary School. You can see that the United States flag flies in the front, as it does at most schools. And right below that is the state flag of Maine. If you look to the left of the picture, looks like a little boy or a little girl playing, and quite possibly their babysitter. Very small. Hopefully you can see that. And of course, the parking lot is empty. There are no cars there because, of course, the school is closed. And here we have a typical American stop sign. I love that term, typical American. And it looks like somebody has shot some BBs through it. If you can see, there are little specks of silver where the red paint has chipped away. I think somebody used that for target practice and has shot their BB gun at it. And here we have a typical American fire hydrant. Sometimes the fire hydrants are red in my city, and sometimes they are yellow. Not sure why. And if you've seen the video I posted on slang, maybe this photo I took is a little cringy, but I wanted to show you a man who is mowing his lawn with a big lawnmower. I personally won't be mowing my lawn for a few weeks probably because the grass still isn't growing, but maybe this man was a little bored, so he got his lawnmower out. But if you look at the grass is still pretty dead. This is the other side of the trail where I started. So now I am heading back home, but you can see there's a little basketball hoop in somebody's yard. Basketball is very popular here in the United States. And even though that man was mowing his lawn, in a minute we will see that it's actually still pretty wet in some spots. I filmed this on April 6th, 2020, and this is the last patch of snow that I could find on my walk. So you can see it is all nasty and dirty. Snow is usually quite beautiful when it first falls, but after it has been around for a little while, it tends to get pretty ugly. And I didn't want to end on such an ugly photo. I wanted to end on a slightly nicer one. I am so happy that I can still get outside and walk. And if you are unable to get out and walk, I hope these pictures made it seem a little better that you were stuck inside. And hopefully one day soon this coronavirus thing will end and everybody can get back outside and enjoy nature.